Are affirmations bullshit? That is the conversation we're going to have today because, oh man, I love TikTok. I love the comment sections. I love addressing the comments that are calling BS or like they think they're calling BS. I get it. I get it. We are all entitled to our opinions, but a big conversation has been affirmations are bullshit. Affirmations are nonsense. Affirmations don't do anything. Words are just words and you can't speak something into existence. You have to work hard. We've kind of fell into that arena of you have to hustle, you have to work hard in order to get the things that you want. And saying affirmations is just a bunch of nonsense. So I hear you. And we're going to talk about it today. So let's dive in. Make sure you stick around until the end of this episode because I have probably one of the biggest announcements I've ever made. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It's been months of holding this one back. And this is a really big one. It's really, really cool for you. It involves you. So make sure you stay around until the end so you can hear this fun announcement. Now let's dive in. Welcome to Perspective with Kaylee Phillips, the safe space to get deep, break through, and find alignment. Here we prioritize wholehearted self-love, passion-driven careers, and living your absolute best life. You're here for a reason, so jump into the good energy, put your rose-colored glasses on, and tune in for massive impact and growth. I'm your host, KP, ready to release perfect and welcome perspective. I'm going to kick this off by saying I do believe that there is a circumstance where I can call BS on affirmations, and we're going to get to that. But first, we're just going to do a quick overview and have a good conversation about affirmations so you can walk away from this episode feeling very confident in being able to define affirmations, say the right affirmations to yourself, and actually make positive progress in your life using your words. So first of all, what's an affirmation? If you're like, what are you talking about? Which I think if you're here, you probably know what an affirmation is, but affirmations can start from when you begin to speak as a child. And they are literally just positively affirming words that you speak out to retrain your subconscious mind to believe those things. Things like, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am worthy, I am all of these things. It's mostly I am is what we begin with in the beginning of like our affirmation journey as children. This is a very popular parenting technique to have your child talk to themselves in the mirror and say things like I am worthy, I am strong. But there are actually 7 different ways that I like to start affirmations that are aligned with your chakras. So these are the ways that I like to properly say affirmations using these 7 chakra like beginner words, I guess you could say, starting with the I know, which is your crown. You say like, I know I am worthy. I know I am capable. Then going to I see myself being successful. I see myself thriving. I see a life for myself that is prosperous. Then we move down to I speak. This is your throat chakra. I speak to myself with kindness. I speak to others with positive light. I speak about myself with love. Then we move to the heart chakra. This is I love. I love myself. I love my job. I love my career. I love my partner. I love my relationship. Then there's the solar plexus chakra. This is saying things I do. So I do X career, I do X whatever like task that you do with confidence. Like, I don't know, I think I do is like hard to initiate things with. I'm like trying to think of one off the top of my head. Like I want to say like I think also this is a good one here. Replace it with whatever the action word is that you would do. So maybe I would say I post content with confidence. So like insert whatever the task is. Maybe if you're a dancer, I dance with confidence. And then we move into the I feel. This is your sacral chakra. I feel confident. I feel worthy. I feel beautiful. And then the last one is your root chakra, which is I am. And this is the most common one because that is, your root. I am beautiful. I am worthy. And you can insert all of those things that you want to believe about yourself. I think with affirmations, it's important to find the balance. I think this is something that people miss a lot. It's important to find the balance between things you already have in your life as a form of gratitude affirmations and things that you desire in your life as a form of manifesting. So, for example, right now I would be able to say, I am beautiful and fully believe that because I am and I know that. And that's like a real thing in my life right now. But there was a time that I didn't believe I was and I felt like I was manifesting that. I think a big common one is money, right? Like I am wealthy. That one can be spoken as a very like manifesting tone. And you're hoping to retrain your brain to embody that wealth and then see it come to fruition over time as you practice that affirmation. But sometimes we're saying things that are already true. And the beauty in this balance is you'll find that as you're saying these affirmations, you find it in your life. For example, if I'm saying I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, maybe in my mind I'm manifesting $1 million. But as I say that every day, I'm going to start to notice that I am already wealthy. I'm wealthy in an abundance of relationships that bring me positive energy. I'm wealthy in the gift of the career I get to work in. I'm wealthy in so many different areas that I'm going to start to notice it. And then that's how the affirmations work. You speak these things out and then you start to notice them more and more. And then you're able to amplify those things and multiply those things because you're calling them to attention and you're drawing notice to them and you're magnetizing them. So it's like, whatever you focus on is what you multiply, right? Whatever you think about the most is what you become. Whatever you focus on is what you see. And wherever you shift your perspective is what you're going to experience. So, the purpose of these affirmations is to retrain your brain to fully believe them so that you can find the aligned action and find the next best step to take you towards multiplying that thing, and to recognize the amazing things that you already have to retrain your brain to find that gratitude every day. Now, there are some affirmation don'ts that I'm like, all right, skip this one. Don't do that. Make sure you're avoiding this. And I don't want to be too like nitpicky with you guys and be like, don't do this, because I don't want you to hyper fixate on being perfect. I think I've seen that happen a lot on people's spiritual practices where you try to like over perfect and then all of a sudden you're not even living or like existing just to exist. You're just constantly thinking about like being in manifestation practice and thinking like, okay, what am I thinking about? Am I thinking the right things? And you can't even just like go to the store and enjoy the store. You have to be like manifesting while you're at the store. And yes, we are constantly manifesting, but there's a difference between allowing things to naturally occur within your body because it's a natural human experience and like over perfecting yourself to be like, oh, I didn't do that right. I didn't say that right. Or, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have thought of that. You know, I think it gets to too perfectionist tendencies sometimes. So I try to shy away from telling you guys, like, don't do this, make sure you do this perfectly correct. But there is some things that I'm like, you can do better than that. And I want you to hold yourself to a higher standard and get yourself out of your comfort zone to work on these mental practices. So these are some of the affirmation don'ts. So we just went through the 7 that you should use when you're saying your affirmations. Write these down. I know, I see, I speak, I love, I do, I feel, I am. Those are like the golden starting, I want to say prepositions. Is that correct? I don't know. Grammar queens, let me know if that's correct. Those are the starting phrases that you want to use. These are the ones that I wouldn't use because you always, always, always want to speak your affirmations in the present or past tense as if they are already happening or they have already happened, because that taps you into believing that it's in this version of you. It's in this reality. It's in this timeline. It's already here for you. If we're speaking in the future tense or in the unsure tense, then we're not really affirming that these things are a 100% whole body yes. We're like affirming that they're a maybe, hopefully, I don't know. So that's why we're not going to say things like, I wish, I hope, hopefully, fingers crossed. That's a big one. People always say, for example, I want to sign a client. That would be great. Instead, we're going to say, I have signed a client. That feels great. Or I know I'm signing a client this week and that feels great. Instead of, I hope I sign a client this week. That would be great. Now, I understand. So this is why I don't want you to get too nitpicky with yourself, because I understand what you're saying. You're literally just being real. You're like, no, but I don't know what's going to happen. And it would be great because it would bring me that extra money. I get you. I hear you. I hear you. I feel you. I do. Which is why it's so important to have someone or some people in your life where you're able to have those conversations and able to say what you want to do in manifestation context. This is something I do with my clients all the time, where we literally talk back and forth in manifestation context. And we have an emoji. It's a mutually understood emoji that we know when I send this emoji, I'm in manifestation talk. So just ride it out with me, vibe with me, and help me activate this. And I will literally send that emoji, or they will send that emoji, and they will say, I'm signing a client this week, or I just signed a client, or I'm so grateful I signed a client. And they celebrate that. And then I'll ask them questions like, how did it go down? Or how do you feel right now? Or how are you going to celebrate yourself? And then they will go on with that conversation. And then when they're done, when they feel like they've activated that, they'll send the emoji back. and to kind of like lock in that conversation and lock in that manifestation. And then that's it. And they were able to talk about their desire, talk about what they're calling in without getting into a mind frame of, oh, but I really hope that happens and maybe it won't. And then down that spiral of, what if it doesn't happen? What if I can't do this? Da, 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 da. Instead, when we're in this manifestation high vibe talk, they leave that conversation feeling like, yes, I can do this. And then that opens their mind to the aligned action step to take next. They are able to close out that conversation and say, okay, now what can I do next? And they post the right thing. They have the right download in their mind to put the right thing on their Instagram stories and call in that person, or they know how to walk into that sales call they're about to have, or they know how to just step back because they've done all the things they need to do and just step back and let things happen. Whereas in that other version of the conversation where they're saying, yeah, I really hope I sign a client. That would be really great. Fingers crossed. I really hope I really need this. Then they leave that conversation feeling pressured, anxious, uncertain, stressed, and unclear with themselves. There's no clarity there. It's just stressful conversation. It's anxious driven conversation. So that's why we love to lead with these affirming sentences. Now, I understand that it's easier said than done. So it's going to be a constant work in progress, and it's a beautiful process. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, because to answer your question, can I accidentally speak something into existence, or can I accidentally mess up? No, you're not going to accidentally mess up, because the second most important thing, we're going to get to the most important thing soon, but the second most important thing here is consistency in your affirmations, in your mindfulness practice. Consistency is so important. So if you say one time, or if you have like one rough night where you just really need to talk with your partner openly and say like, things aren't working out for me, I'm feeling really stressed, it's okay. You don't have to worry. I've had clients come to me and say, I really messed up. I must have thrown off my manifestations. I must have thrown off my progress because I broke down last night and I was speaking really negatively. Your feelings are valid, and you have a right to feel all of the negativity. Your experience is valid, and you don't need to push that down, because that can actually cause a negative effect that can kind of reverse the intention here and the purpose behind all of this. So if you're pushing down your negative feelings and you're not allowing yourself to speak your truth, that is not what I want you guys to do. That is not going to be helpful or, progressive in your journey. I mean it wholeheartedly when I say consistency is the second biggest thing. So, no, saying something once is not going to throw off your journey or accidentally manifest something bad. It's about what you're saying consistently, which means if you walk away from this episode and say affirmations one time and say, okay, hopefully that works, maybe, we'll see, probably not, then that's not going to do anything for you either, because there's no consistency in that. It needs to be a consistent practice. So if you're constantly saying to yourself, I hate myself, I'm so stupid, I'm not worthy, I'm ugly, I'm annoying, whatever you're saying to yourself, if you're constantly saying those negative things on a consistent basis, and then sometimes when you remember or when you're on a last hope saying some positive affirmations, unfortunately, those negative ones are what are so consistent and being embedded into your daily practice and into your way that you're speaking to yourself on a consistent basis in your routines. It's more about how you're speaking to yourself throughout the day. So it also doesn't have to be this like big deal sit down practice where you're journaling and, doing full moon rituals or whatever. Like it can be, and I love those so much, but it doesn't have to be. It really is just about what you're thinking about throughout the day. It is that simple. And what you say about yourself when you drop something. Do you say, oh, I'm so stupid? Or do you just let it happen and clean it up and it's okay and everything's fine? How do you speak to yourself? Do you speak to yourself the way that you would speak to your child self? Do you speak to yourself the way you speak to others? Are you kind to yourself? Do you love yourself genuinely? Because that's what those affirmations really are. It's about the intentionality and the consistency. So I just kind of spoiled what the number one thing is. The number one most important thing is intentionality. The intention. This is the number one thing, being intentional. Being consistent and being intentional. Those are my top two. If you are saying affirmations without intention, just rolling your eyes and saying it, saying, all right, well, this crazy lady on TikTok said, if I say affirmations, I will make more money. So let me try it. And then you say, yeah, let's see if that works. Probably not. Yeah, no, that's not going to work, because it's not just like saying a magical spell. Spells are real, but we're not talking about that right now. It's not just saying a spell and then boom, $1 million is going to fall in your lap. If you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. It's about the belief. It's about genuinely committing to a practice consistently. And again, it doesn't have to be a super deep, super long practice, but literally just waking up in the morning and saying, I am worthy today. I know I'm going to have a good day. I see this day going well. I'm going to speak to myself with kindness today. I'm going to do what I need to do to make the most of this day. I feel beautiful today. Those simple sentences you say to yourself in the morning will give you a better day. And before you fall asleep at night, saying, I feel proud of myself today. I am proud of the work I've done today. I love how this day went. I speak to myself with kindness. I speak to myself with joy about this day. I speak about this day with love and respect and kindness. I see this sleep going well. I see tomorrow being a great day. Just saying these things in your head to yourself and practicing it throughout the day, just as you're shopping, as you're at work, just saying positive things. And if you ever catch yourself saying something negative, reverse it, correct yourself, say, oop, scratch that. If you catch yourself saying, oh, I'm so dumb, or oh, I'm not worthy, or oh, I'm stupid, or I can't do this, say, oop, scratch that, what I meant to say, and then replace it with the positive affirmation. Now, if this is something you struggle with, I totally get that. And I have a great exercise for you. Write out those negative beliefs that you have. Because again, we're not just going to push them down. We're not just going to push down the negative and always talk positive, rainbows and butterflies. Write out the things that you are struggling to work through, whether it's that you believe you're not beautiful or you're not worthy or you're too something, whatever it is, those negative beliefs that you have, write them out on a piece of paper and then grab a colored pen. I like to do red, but whatever color you want to do, and X out the parts of that sentence that you want to change and replace them. So, for example, if I were to write, I don't think I can make money in my business consistently. That's a big negative limiting belief that a lot of us have. So I'm writing out that sentence. I don't think I can make money in my business consistently. I'm going to cross out that don't and write do. And it's going to say, I do think, or maybe I'm even going to cross out that don't think entirely and say, I know I can make money in my business consistently. So we're going to actively replace those negative talks, those negative limiting beliefs with positive affirmations using those 7 chakra aligned affirmations and avoiding those I wish, I hope, fingers crossed, that would be sentences, replacing them with knowing, present or past tense affirmations and using those in your daily practice. And in your mind, do it consistently too. If you ever catch yourself talking in that negative tone, replace it and try to make it a consistent habit to not speak negatively to yourself because it's all about how you talk to yourself. So basically, we're calling BS on no intention behind your affirmations and no consistency. And we're calling BS on the practice of saying, I wish and I hope, because you don't need to wish and hope. All you need to do is know, trust. Trust yourself. Trust that when you've dreamt something, when you've desired something, it's already meant for you. It wouldn't be placed into your mind if it wasn't meant for you for some reason. Affirmations can genuinely change your life. They really can. It's really just about the way you talk to yourself, whether it's on paper, in your head, or out loud in the mirror throughout your day, or in an intentional practice before bed or in the morning. It is really such a simple way to change your life in the best way. And affirmations have changed my life. I have manifested things with simply just affirmations, just saying things out loud, saying things to myself. That is such a great practice and such a great way to shift your perspective and change your life around. And I believe in them so wholeheartedly and truly. So I want to empower you to start using affirmations the right way to change your mindset and to change your life around because it is so simple and it's right there for you. It is so possible. I believe in you 110%. Now, I told you guys to stay around until the end because I had a huge announcement to share with you, and here it is. I'm so excited because I am partnering with Goodmind, the affirmation app that is going to help you change your life through shifting your perspective and changing your mind to change your life through affirmations. Goodmind is such a cool app because it allows you to listen to and read affirmations that are specifically targeted towards your unique desires. We have different sessions and collections based on like very specific scenarios. Things like bouncing back after a breakup or manifesting your dream career or tapping into your feminine energy or tapping into your masculine energy, or there's even one on there to help you quit vaping. All of these specific scenarios and so many more coming your way. They are all in the Goodmind app. My voice is in there speaking these affirmations out to you, affirmations that I created myself using the chakra alignment and using my own experiences with things that have worked for me and for my clients. I'm speaking out these affirmations for you to listen to, plug in, tap in, do a session. Watch these affirmations start to come to fruition for you and do these practices consistently throughout your day. Like I said, affirmations are literally one of the top tier best ways to change your life with ease without overcomplicating it. It's literally about the way you speak to yourself, and the way you speak to yourself literally alters your mind, which changes your life. Because as we always say, you change your mind, you change your life. So I'm so excited to be partnering with Goodmind and sharing these affirmation sessions with you. There are so many coming for you. So make sure you go and subscribe on Goodmind. It is so affordable, and I have a discount code for you. So go ahead and use that link in the description of this episode and use my discount code so you can get on the Goodmind app and listen to those affirmations. Super affordable, such a great way for you and I to work together. These are affirmations that have worked for me and for my clients, and trust me, I am going to be uploading so many more collections and sessions for you, but there are already some in there waiting for you to use. You can use these every day, every week, multiple times a day, every month, whenever you feel the need to use them. And trust me, it gets even better because I want to hear from you, and I want to make sure that this is something you really, really benefit from. From the bottom of my heart, I believe in this so deeply, and I think it's such a cool thing and a cool way for you and I to get to connect. But I want to make sure that you are getting exactly what you're looking for out of Goodmind and using the app, because I use the app myself too, and it is so great, such a great app to have, and such a simple way to tap into your manifestations and mindfulness practice every day. But I want to hear from you. So make sure you send a text to the podcast or go and comment on my TikTok, comment on my Instagram, send me a DM on Instagram with requests for what you want to see in Goodmind, because I will upload more and more sessions for you guys. Send me what you're going through. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're manifesting. If it's a new home, a new relationship, something you're working through, a doubt that you have, let me know what you're experiencing, and I will create sessions for you guys based on what you say. So again, you can send a text to the podcast, send me a message, comment on any of my socials, and I will make sure that I am uploading those sessions for you guys. Like I said, right now there are a few up there based on requests we had actually through YouTube, and I am so excited about them because they are amazing and they are based and rooted in affirmations that have worked for me. So don't worry, they work. They are amazing. And I am just so obsessed with these sessions and so obsessed with this opportunity for you and I to connect. So go ahead to the description of this episode, tap on that Goodmind app link, and download the app. I have partnered with Goodmind, and they have allowed me to give you guys a discount code as loyal listeners and loyal followers in my community. So make sure you use that discount code and subscribe so that you can get access to my audio sessions. I am so excited to be sharing this with you guys. Don't forget to share with me what you want to see. So make sure you download the app, get into it, see what we have in there so you can get a feel for it. And then let me know what you guys want to hear. Let me know what you guys want to work on together. And let's make the most of this super exciting opportunity to work together. I am so grateful for you guys listening here today. Remember, affirmations can really change your life. The way you speak to yourself is so important. Your relationship with yourself needs to be top priority. So make sure you're prioritizing your mindfulness and yourself today, because at the end of the day, it's you and you. So love yourself, take care of yourself, and prioritize yourself. Say yes to yourself today. Do something that'll make you happy. Do something for your inner child, and speak to yourself with kindness today. Love you all. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to download the Goodmind app, use your discount code, and try out the app. Thank you all. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day.